time until I can get back to you guys and we just start doing this. So yeah, let's just take a look at the market and see what is exactly happening in the market right now. So I try to just share the link with you guys right now in the channel, so you can come and join me and see us live if you would like to. If not, I definitely gonna share this link for you later on. All right, much happening. You might say, where the hell have you been and why you haven't been here for so long? So I have to tell you, first of all, I'm so sorry. I've been super busy lately. But apart from that, the market wasn't very promising. So that wasn't really helpful. And what has happened, I wasn't really motivated to do the videos. But anyway, we are here. So we are going to take a look at the market today. Let's start with Bitcoin. So see what has happened with Bitcoin. So let's open up the chart and see what's going on. Yeah, this is 1 hour. I don't really interested in 1 hour. So yeah, you can see my previous lines. I think I shared this one with you in the TA channel. But let's go to the little bit longer time frame, like 1 day. So this was my prediction, to be honest, about how Bitcoin's going to move. So far, looks like it has been followed. So as you can see, when it was here, somewhere above 4,700, I was expecting that we see some sort of rise up to some level close to 44 and a half, which you can see we get still close to it. I think still we have a little bit room until we hit this trend. Still there is a possibility. I'm not saying that's 100%, but still there is a possibility of this area work as a very big resistance and we see the Bitcoin going down. So let me remove this. Probably easier to tell you is if you take a look at this. All right, take a look at this rectangular area. And this is a very huge resistance. You can see that this used to be the support. The support broke in here once, but it moved the price up very fast. And here it's fully broken. It's fully broken and came down to the lowest support. If I move it there, you can see the lowest support here. And you can see this support hold the price again. And then we saw the price rise. Now, the main concern is BTC going to successfully pass this and go up to see 52 and then 58? Is that going to happen? Look, it is too hard to say. I'm ready for both scenarios. The scenarios being, first of all, I said to everyone, under 41, just buy. If it's going lower than 41, you can see this area, which I made it gray. This is the best buying zone, somewhere between 37 and a half and 40 and a half. This is the best buying zone for Bitcoin. So I said, just buy it one step here and keep 25% cash in case if it goes lower. So if you bought with what I ask you to do, you should be right now in something like 10% profit on this spot only. Obviously, we don't talk about futures here. So it doesn't look too bad, but am I thinking that it is going to break this trend and that trend and just push everything dynamic resistance and static resistance and just go ahead like a bullet? It's hard to say, but I don't think so. Be honest, I can't see much of a volume. I can't see much of a good movement up. And if we check it with the divergence, even there is no divergence here. So it doesn't tell us we saw the lowest low as we should have. In the shorter time frame, we might show some divergence. Let's see. You see, this bit, we saw the divergence here. But again, on the top part, it's telling us, yeah, it is going up too high. So as a general advice, I think if you haven't bought here, let me just get back to one day. If you haven't bought Bitcoins here under this line, I mean under 4,500 or 41, buying it here right now, it's in the middle ground, it's risky, so don't buy it right now. Either wait for break out of 46 and stabilize over there, so we see some movement up. So let me just use this. So we're talking about these two scenarios. So we say either it goes up there, do the retest and go up, which is, I would say, I give it a less chance. Or the other scenario, which is more probable, is actually, you see this going up, hit somewhere close to that, another leg down. I don't know how much down, don't ask. Yes, might even go up to 37, but it's not really likely. And then we're going up. So the most possible scenario for now, based on the what actually price action telling us, is we're going up, most likely hitting this resistance. We don't have much of a momentum, we don't have much of a volume, and we're going back probably close to those areas which we saw around 40ish, 41. Then we are going to do the breakout, go up, retest, go up, and I think one of my targets, one of my high targets for Bitcoins at the moment is around 58. I know there are so many bearish scenarios out there. So don't tell me, oh, this guy's told us we're going on the 30. Someone said we're going to the 16. Someone says we're going to the 8,000. I'm not bearish, be honest, for so many different reasons, which one of them is obviously the the SFP modeling, the modeling which shows how Bitcoin moved over the different cycle of the halving. We haven't seen the bull run in this halving yet. So I'm still bullish on whatever is going to happen to Bitcoin. Maybe not as bullish as so many people which expect, I don't know, 300,000 by the end of the year. But I still believe somewhere between 75 to 120. It's for sure going to be seen this year. When I'm not really 100% sure, but that's really possible. Are we going lower than 37? I would tell you guys highly unlikely. So this is for now how I'm going to see it. In a longer time frame, if we make this actually weekly, let me remove all these drawings, remove. You can see in the weekly, we have OBV and MACD showing some sort of divergence right here. That's why I'm saying it is really hard for me to believe that it's going to go much more lower than this. So most likely we are going to go up. Last time we saw the similar things happened in the weekly time frame was when Bitcoin actually hit 29, and then we saw that huge movement up. So here again, similar things has happened, but you have to take a look at it. The divergence here was much more severe here than here. So you can see the slope here is less. So if the price would have gone a little bit lower, I would have expected that the price going up with much more momentum. But at the moment, I can't see that momentum here yet. But still, this is a very good sign in regards to this divergence telling us that most likely we're going to see a very good move up. Again, if we are going to take a look at the trends, let me just turn this one off. This trend from here is going to somewhere close to here. And if I want to move this, you can see we are still slightly above this weekly trend. So still that weekly trend hold the price. So that's a good sign. So hopefully if that weekly trend keep actually holding the price, this is a very, very good sign. And maybe we're going to see another wave up and down. But to me, if I want to judge it in total in such a big wave up, I still think we are in a wave two. So wave one can be considered as something like this. And where is this? Yeah. So I think this is wave one and wave two, and we might see the wave three up some stage, something like this. But look, these are all speculations, so nothing 100%. The only thing I try to tell you is I can't see enough bearish signs at this stage. Okay, and I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. Let's move to the next things which we're going to talk to each other about it, and it's BTCD, which is Bitcoin dominance. As a matter of fact, it is super important that we consider this because this has a very, very huge effect on how the market is going to be behave. Look at this. I remember in the previous sessions which we had, which was several weeks ago, we discussed about this, that the dominance of the Bitcoins dropped from something like 73% on December 2020, which is almost 2 years ago, to some stage, even right now, is 39 or less than or around 40 in 2022. So over the 2 years, Bitcoin lost something almost like 80% of its dominance. It was 73 and now it's 40. So it's almost half, a little bit more than half. But it is how it looked like. But in a shorter time frame, if we want to take a look at it, because it's sitting right on a big support here, considering the movement of the market, and in a very short time frame, if I make this 4 hours, you're going to see this. You're going to see this, that the dominance of the Bitcoins up, down, up, down, up, down, and now it's got down again. But still, in general, in a shorter time frame, it is sitting on a very historical support between 40 to 39. And there is a big concern in the market that if this dominance start moving up like what it has happened before, I mean, look at what's happened before. So it hit here, going up to 48, going down to 40, again going up that time to 47.7. Now again on the same support. So it's most likely we're going to see it's going up again. So even if I want to remove this ones and show it to you something like this, you're going to see we got something similar to this happening here. So because this is weekly, I'm just connecting the weeks or shadows together. So I'm not going to the body of the candle. This is weekly. So if I go to the daily, probably show you better. So get rid of this. All right, you can see it here. So in a daily, it goes there, it goes there. Now on the support here. So you can see that. So most likely we're going to see the movement like this. So this area, somewhere close to 45, 46, is the area which is got a actual resistance to somewhere close to here, around 45. So my expectation is in next few weeks, we see the Bitcoin dominance goes up, but if this is depends on the Bitcoin price. So I expect Bitcoin price goes up after a while. I'm not saying today, tomorrow. I'm saying as soon as Bitcoin prices start going up, it's going to take the Bitcoin dominance up with itself. And this is going to push the alts down or just hold them low because all the money is going to be invested on the Bitcoin rather than the alts if Bitcoin start the rally. So be mindful of that. So at this stage, I can tell you that if you are not in the future position for any alts, please do not enter any future long on any alts for now until we see what exactly happening with BTC. If BTC range, probably, yeah, the dominance will stay around here and we can see some of the alts going up, some of the alts going down. Yeah, obviously we can do that. But if not, and BTC start going up, definitely it's going to push the dominance up. And after that, we are going to see the price of some of the alts start bleeding. So that was about the BTC. So let's take a look at the two other big player of the market, and then we go to what you guys asked me to take a look for you. Next one is obviously ETH, USDT. So this is what we can see on Ethereum. So if you take a look at the long history of Ethereum, over there, when the rally started on a daily, or maybe I make this weekly, so you can get a better view. Alright, when the rally started here, it's just gonna push it somewhere like this. Very, very similar situation to Bitcoin. And you can see still this weekly trend hold the price in a good way. So the price is still above that. When we had this week coming down, I said there's two steps you can buy, either around 3,200 or under 3,000. So I personally bought under 3,000, so I'm close to 3,000 almost. And it was a very good place to buying it. Again, what is happening here, we can see there are several resistance in our way on the weekly chart, which likely to keep the price down. But apart from those lines, there is some signs in the daily, which we can see. Obviously this is pretty much showing we get to this point and we start going up, which is a pretty much good sign, but I can't consider this a very bullish or something which we can call it, yeah, fully recovered until we can get out of this channel. So you can see the channel like this. So if I take this up, okay, something close to this. So if we really want to see that Ethereum is going to be actually break out of where it is, we have to wait until we see something like this. This has to go up there, here, 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 and then go up. Okay, so at the moment, the key points for us is breaking out from here, which is somewhere close to, yeah, 3,700, 3,800. So if it get to that point, it's a very, very good area, very good bullish sign. But again, similar things as discussed with the BTC, I can't see enough volume, even in Ethereum. This bit here, it's look like a very heavy resistance for Ethereum. So even the wick didn't get close to it. So if it can pass this area and goes above 3.5, 3.6, then for sure we can wait for some more moving up. But until this has happened, I can't give it too much chance. So most likely, rather than seeing something like that, we see something like this. Where's the brush? I think we see something like this, going back to this support line, going back, breaking out, get this, and then we go up. So this is a bullish scenario for the Ethereum. And be honest, in a bigger, longer perspective, even though if we consider this as a wave one, which I think it's a wave one, so in a longer term, and consider this, then you can see, let me just remove everything, sorry, make it much easier for you guys to understand. So let's just assume we are going to do it like this. From here to here, it's a wave one. From here to here, even though we might see a little bit lower, so which is somewhere close to here, 2,700, 2,800, but doesn't matter. So this can be the wave two. And then we're going to see wave three, which is 1.6 of wave one, which from 2.7 is going to roughly take the price to around 7,000. And then after that, whatever is going to happen. That's what I think. So this is what I'm calling the real alt season. If this happens, if this scenario coming out right, which is somehow gets supported by what we see with the Bitcoin. So we're going to see something like this happening. We're going to see Ethereum moving a little bit up and down here, maybe a little bit lower, get up to this stage. When it gets to somewhere close to here, it's where again the dominance of the Bitcoin is going to be up, and then Ethereum starts just moving up and just start getting some momentum. You remember last time, I mean, this rally here, it was actually started when Bitcoin was already on a top. So last time actually, when Bitcoin was on a top, I mean, was close to 65,000. The Ethereum price was very close to somewhere close to less than 3,000. And then when Bitcoin start going down, actually Ethereum start doing this rally, which was actually huge and moved all the alts with itself up. So Ethereum actually lead all the altcoins in the market and just get this big bullish movement. And then, yeah, the whole market collapsed. But here, we haven't seen that. I'm expecting to see something like this, maybe even much bigger than this, because this was just only phase one. So the phase two is supposed to be much bigger. So we have to wait and see. But in a short term at the moment, I can see Ethereum is still inside the bearish channel, hasn't actually broken out, and now facing some big resistance. I can't see much of a momentum. So if you haven't bought Ethereum so far, just don't buy more right now. Just give it time. Either you are going to buy it above 3.5 or wait for it to just drop down again. So that was about the Ethereum. So now let's get back and go towards the coins. You asked me to just take a look at it. So they are all here. So I have to just open them up to see what I promised to take a look for you guys. I tried to make it quick, so all the coins we can take a look. So WetChain, WetUSDT. So here we go. This is what I previously just put it there as the Fibonacci levels for this movement. But here we go. Let's just remove everything and do it from scratch. All right. How does this look like to you guys? It's from here, obviously this trend line looks like a pretty much valid trend line. Why? Because first of all, you can see it tries to break it out, couldn't, 1, 2, then break it out, then work as a support. Then we had this huge move up, then again another touch, another halfway through, go up and coming close to it as a week, and this time we had another touch over it, and this is in a daily chart. In a longer time frame, if you want to make this weekly to just give us a better understanding of what's happening in a longer time frame, we're going to see it as this, and we are going to see this as a triangle, obviously, something like this. If we are expecting to see something extraordinary, something very big to happen, and the WetChain actually were to start moving up, first of all, we have to consider about the static supports. There, there, there. So be mindful. Yep. Almost 7 cents, 5.7 cents, and 4 cents. They are the static supports. Dynamic support, we are right on it, close to 7 cents. We are going up by something like, I don't know, 12% or something like that from this bottom. We are on 8. But if you really want to see how does this going to work, the whole shame of this looks like a bullish pattern. And why I'm saying look like a bullish pattern, because if we are going to see it really bullish, we have to take a look at it in log mode. So you're going to see it much better and understand it, how it works, because yeah, you can see on a log mode, it is something like this. And you're going to see how bullish it is. It's coming from this down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now it's the time to go up 6. So technically what we expect to see it's happening is, if we follow the bullish scenario, it's going to tell us going to up, break out of this, retest, going up to here, retest, and going up. By how far? We can tell you something like this, from here to here, something from less than 1 cent to 28 cents, or something like 27 cents from here, and 27 cents from here, which is actually, so it's supposed to come somewhere close to here. All right, so this is going to be something like a target 35 cents. So this is the expectation from actually WetChain in the long term. But don't forget that these are, just let me remove the log. So it's easier to get back to the original way. And what you can see here is actually this area, until it's broke out of this triangle, still everything might happen. So you can see anything like this, which is completely possible. So if you holding wet, keep holding it. I can tell you that this still looks bullish. If you are going to buy, I'm telling you, somewhere close to 7 cents, it's a very good entry. And the second entry would be something like 5.7 cents. So you can use these two targets to just enter. And for exit, as the price to get out, I think if all these pattern work out, somewhere close to 35 cents can be easily achieved if the markets turn bullish. So let's go to the next one. Let's talk about the ocean. Ocean was one of my favorites when I told you that it's going to be at least doing 5x, 10x since it was around $1, and now it's around 80 cents. It's dropped, but yeah, all the market dropped. So again, this you can see Ocean supplied a very good support since beginning, somewhere close to here. This is a major support. And apart from that, there is another line of support right here, which is right sitting above that. Okay, so how I can see this, probably the best way to describe it, I have to say, it doesn't look super bullish on the price action. Why? Because this trend from here to here has been broken. Okay, so it's broken the bullish trend, but still sitting above this support, which is the static support. So if I want to call it, when I can call it bullish, is actually if when I see this can turn up, going up, coming here, and going back to previous all-time high. But this is actually depends on another things, which is this triangle here. So we are seeing this. We had a very interesting bullish triangle over there, somewhere close to here, until we lost it. So here we lost this support, and it's not going to turn bullish again until we're going to see it get back to this triangle, break out of it, and then start moving up. So these areas are going to be super critical for the Ocean. Still, fundamentally, I'm super bullish on it. I think it's a very good project, very strong one. But on the chart, I can call it bullish when it's regained something close to $1. And if it's regained to the $1, I told you the long-term target for it's around 5, but something between 1.8 and $2, it's super easy to achieve. So that was about the Ocean. Let's talk about the next one, as I promised you. Let me see what we got here. Next one, BitTorrent. So BTC USDT. BitTorrent. Here we can see that previously we just dig in the chart. It is interestingly, you can very well see this triangle here. Or let's put it like this. You can see it's moved like this, and even so, if you want to make a triangle like this, another one, you can see it works like this. So it is obviously stuck here. So this one up, up, down, up, down, up, down. And now it needs to regain this area before it's going up. But don't forget that this support here still is the main support, which is actually 0.002. And now it's 0.026 or 25.9. So there is a still possibility that we see some wave down, because I'm talking about this wave down, which hasn't to me finished yet. Look at this, and look at this here, right there. So there is a possibility that if we focus on it, still there is a big chance that this goes up there and fall down to here before it goes up and goes up. So be mindful of this. They are resistance around 20, almost 29 to 30. And there is a big support around 19 to 20. So somewhere between these two, at the moment, it's where I see it playing. But as soon as market shows much more bullish signs, we're going to see this bit broken, and we see the price over 003, and after that we can see much more bigger prices, maybe even 1 cent soon. So this is my view on BitTorrent. Next one is about the Phil. Phil was one of the projects I introduced to you. I said it's a good one, but didn't really perform as I was expecting. It just dropped hugely and made me pretty much disappointed on the project. I don't know what exactly has happened, but I had much more expectation from Phil, and you can see it even though right now it's around 30 with the all-time high around 120, but sorry, not all-time high around 20, previous high was around 20. But the important thing is, look at this. Look where exactly the price taking us right now. So this support here was where exactly the price hit, and it was another support underneath of it, which is almost never broken, was around $20. So it hit $30, almost the price never gone lower than $20. Now it's 30, and just we take a look at it like this. Similar to so many other coins, if it can break this triangle, there is a huge potential moving up. So need to get out of it, need to just somehow move the price above this triangle, similar to so many other coins at the moment. But if it can break out of it, this big fill can just start having a good rally up, at least to the previous all-time high, which is around $120. What's going to be next? Rose. All right, Rose is another one in the Binance Smart Chain. So it's done great. And look, I just opened it up and I saw how good it reacted. I don't know when I actually made this chart, but as you can see, it's got to the top of this channel, which I actually drew, and now start making another flag. Is that going to come lower? Most likely. We're going to see somewhere close to 46 to do the retest, and then another moving up. But it performed super well. I think obviously rose with the fundamental working on some of the metaverse and NFT works. It's a very good investment, but if you want to enter in it, you have to wait for the actual retest and pull back to this area and then moving up, and wait to see if this support is going to hold the price or not. Don't jump into it because it's right close to the top of its channel. So not a good time to buy it right now, to be honest. So it's pretty much high. And if we put divergence, you can see so many divergence over there in a daily, telling us that the price is too high, and we most likely is going to see a huge sell pressure here, and people just start selling it. And if I want to take a look at it, I'm most likely close to here before it's moving up or whatever it's happening. So be mindful of this. If you want to enter, you have to wait for the full pullback, and then you see the first green candle over there, then you can enter to the rose as a good investment. HEDGEBA USDT, it's another project you asked me to take a look at it. In general, moved pretty similar to Bitcoin. I can't say it's too much of a different from Bitcoin at the moment. If you take a look at this, you can see previous all-time high going down when Bitcoin goes to 30, going up to the new all-time high with the Bitcoin new all-time high. The second time it couldn't even get close to it, and then dropped with the Bitcoin, and now a few up and down. So the best thing we can do is actually draw this trend line, which looks pretty accurate, you can see it's still above the trend. So yeah, be mindful of it. It is making some sort of, let me just, this neckline here, you can see it was like, looked like a big neckline for this cup shape. Works from, I'm talking about this. Okay, this worked as a very big support and very big resistance. You can see how many times the price actually hit it. Once here, second here. So we have to see and wait how is going to be the reaction of the price to this area, which is 34 cents. If it can move above that, I mean, if we see something like this, my view is going to turn super bullish on it, because we need to break out of this, do the retest. After that, probably we are going to see it somewhere close to here, then somewhere close to here, and then here again. So these are how I can see it for now, but to be honest, I can't see much more of it. I'm not still 100% sure if it can break this the first time. We might possibly see it differently. We possibly see it again, go up there, come back down, even another leg to this trend, and then go up and like this. But everything depends on what's going to happen here and how the market is going to react to the next resistance of obviously Bitcoin. So you ask about Tomo. All right, this is the Tomo price. Remove drawings. Okay, so let's just get a little bit bigger picture. This is the weekly price of the Tomo. So what do we see here? Obviously, there is a very huge resistance over there, as you can see, as an all-time high. The price never could get out of somewhere between 3.3 to $4. So that actually became a very big psychological and market resistance for the Tomo. In terms of the, I want to move it like this. In terms of the trend lines, you can see that, yeah, it's hit this trend, and once, twice, third, and 4 times, and now it still is above it. In reality, if we take a look at the patterns, in the generic patterns, we have to see something like this. So let me just, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, probably even 6, until we see something like that. So I'm expecting to see something like this, and to going up that high, I don't think it's going to go straight away up. Let me remove this. So in the shorter time frame, probably we can take a look at it better in 4 hours. What do we see here is something like this. So if we want to see, so for sure you can see this is actually after a big moving down, then we see the channel going down. So this is going to tell us in some stage the price is going to go up. It's not going upward, it's going downward. So it's telling us that at one stage the price is going to start showing some reversal signs, and most likely after a while we might see that going up, another leg down, and then go up, break, and go up to here. So that's how I think it's going to happen to Tomo. But first of all, need to break out of this dynamic resistance here, which right now is around 1.9 to $2. So if it can stable above $2, it's a very good bullish sign for Tomo. At the moment, am I going to buy it right now here? No, probably somewhere close to $1.50 and between 1.4 to 1.5. It's a good buying zone. If not, I'm gonna wait to see what's going to happen above there, and is that going to break the $2 or not? Next one, BTCST. USDT. So, all right, BTCST and how it has been reacted in the 4 hours. Let me just change this to the daily at least. So, all right. There is a disconnection here, you know, something's happened here and they changed the platform. So we are going to disregard that bit. So let's go to this part. So what has happened here? The prices, again, same as the previous chart as a Tomo, we can see a very big resistance around $91. On the other hand, we have a very good support here around $12, $13, and still we haven't seen that price yet. And we are around 22, but the price shows somewhere close to here, which means 18. So in case the market going more down than what we say, I mean going BTC going lower than 40, I think we can be able to see BTCST around $14. I don't give it a much of a chance. I think even around 18 was a good price to buy. Right now, I'm not going to buy it because I'm going to wait to break out of this channel. Something like this. Let's just zoom in. So technically, based on what we are seeing here, we have to see how is the reaction of the price to this area, which is around $25. If go to 25, coming down either to here or here, we have to wait to come up, break out of this channel, obviously, and then go up. But this is what I'm talking to. So yeah, this break out of this channel need to happen. So it's either need to happen here or here. So we have to wait and see how the market is going to work. $25 is the area which we have to keep an eye on it in regards to BTCST. So the next token is IOTA. IOTA USDT. Ah, such a nice chart. So sometimes you see some charts and you really think you like it. So I really do like this chart. And I have my own reason because you can see how nicely it's played out. Once get out, go up, create a very big cup here, then broke out again, done the retest, another huge wave out, one retest, second up, third retest, and now very nice TA telling you that something like this need to break, and if that break, you are going to see something like this pretty easily, giving you a very good target of 30.5 cents or something like that. But again, similar to the other ones as discussed, important thing is how this is going to react to this area. Are we going to see this break out, going out and going up? Or we might see it goes down, another down until it get out. So still this support worked very well. I don't think we are going to lose the support of around 1 cent. It is 95, around 0.95 or 1 cent. So, but if we lose that, there is another, sorry, there is another support right here. So there is another support here, which is 0.85. So that's about IOTA. I'm still bullish on it. The chart looks good. Yeah, I know it's a big drop from 26 cents to 10 cents. Yeah, but the market dropped. So don't forget that many good coins, these things has happened to them. So don't worry about it. I still, if you bought it on my previous signal when it was here, I think it was around 7 cents or something like that. And even if you hold it all the way along, still you should be on profit. So that was one of the good ones. MATIC actually performed very well recently. They had some, I don't know what has happened. Yeah, as you can see, they are actually changing their hold on. Let me ensure that I use the right one. Sorry, that one was the wrong one. So here we go. MATIC just performed perfectly well. Actually kept the price very nice above this trend. You can see how good work with this trend. In regards to the top of it, you can see still, even though if I extend it, it's going to something like this. And in the top part, you can connect these tops together, almost close to one candle above it. Right now, we are in the middle, again, around $2. I just told everyone to buy. It was a very good buy. Now it's around 2.4. So either you have to wait for the $3 to be broken and wait for a rally to see if it's going high or not, or we have to wait and see, because right now we have one middle resistance here, which we are right on at around 2.45. So there is a possibility that the market going down from here, we hit here, then we go above, coming down, and then we go like this, or we might see it going up from here like this. I'm not 100% sure, because it's right on the critical point, which we can call it a breakout point. So it hasn't broken out yet, but it's right around it. So let me remove all the drawings and change it to the shorter time frame, something like 2 hours time frame. And in 2 hours time frame, as you can see what has happened. So you can see this has been broken out. Okay, same as many other coins. Okay, but we haven't seen a proper retest. On the other hand, we have this support here, which kept it. We have to wait and see if this support still keeping the price or not. If it can keep the price and break out of this area, which is 2.4, then it's going to turn bullish. If it's doing this, it's going to be bullish, but still there is a chance this support can hold it for long, and we see another leg down to this before we're going up. So this is what exactly happening with the MATIC. Very good project, a lot of potential. At least can see $5 in the bull run, but we have to wait and see how it's going. Solana, another good project with a very good fundamental, but it dropped very hard. So I wasn't expecting this happen to it, to be absolutely honest with you, but it dropped harder than what I was expected. However, the charts telling us that could have been expected, to be honest. Look at this. It's exactly from the previous all-time high, which I was expected that it's going to start from here, which apparently I was wrong. It's going to go from here now. This is what has happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you see it just kept moving inside this bearish channel after this big bullish move. Okay, so there is some end to it. I think, as you can see here, it's a very strong support here and yeah, which this one actually kept it 130 to 120. It's a very strong support for it. So that kept the price, and now the price start moving up slowly. It's 153 now. Again, not in the right place to buying. Either we should have bought around 130, or we have to wait until we see this is going to be broken out of this, which is around 180, 190. These are all long-term TAs, so don't take it for a few hours time. It's going to be happening on a very long time. So let's move to the next one, which, as you guys ask, it's DOT. So DOT, this dot has a very strong actually project too. You can see I actually drew this area as a major support before. Still that support actually, you can see if I drag it, you can see that kept the price. And I was expecting the price going up from here, which I still think this is going to happen. Look at this. And the expectation of the price for me was around 65, but this is in a very long time frame. So in a shorter time frame, if I make this 4 hour and remove all of this, we have to be mindful of something like this. You can see it is right under the edge. So at the moment, these are the supports which we saw before. So many areas of support in a short time frame, but this is right over there. I think personally, if the price can't break out, we're going to see another leg around $25. It's 26.88. We're going back around 25 until we're breaking out, unless we break out right now, which I don't think it's going to happen. And then we see this movement out, because we have to get out of this, a bearish trend line out somewhere and break out of this triangle until it can get out. But still, I'm very positive on DOT. So it is probably one of the worst spot to buying for the DOT. Either you have to buy it around 24, 25, or wait for this to break out and do the retest and buy it close to somewhere above 28.30, something like that. The area, this bit here, where is it? Okay, this bit here, you can see it as a consolidation area. You can see here up and down, up and down. And after it's breaking out of this, it can start a very good rally, which is somewhere between $22 to $30, consolidated from, I don't know, almost 6 weeks now. All right, beautiful. That's DOT. So let's get, well, I promised to you that I'm going to check all of them for you, but it looks like there's so many. So I don't know how far I can do, but I'm going to try a few more for you. We are going to take a look at the XRP. Not my favorite, but you asked me to take a look at it, and I'm going to take a look at it. So, all right, in the 4 hours, let's take a look at it in a longer time frame. Let's make it weekly. So, in a weekly time frame, you can see something like this. Again, same as what we discussed with the DOT, you probably can see something like this as a consolidation area, some channel, okay? We have a few weeks under here, we have a few weeks under here, but in general, this bit on the top was the area above this consolidation area. And even if you want to call it this, this could be called as a big cup and handle with this target, which perfectly hit its target, and now it's coming down. Sorry, let's remove the drawings. let's get back to the daily. In the daily, what is important is actually this triangle. This triangle for me, it's very important to say that price can possibly get out of it for any way. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but even though there is some static resistance here, and yeah, this might push it down before it goes up and coming down and going up, or even though if it can break out of this, can go up from there. I don't know what's happening, guys, so just give me 2 seconds. Apparently my dog wants something, so I will be with you in 2 seconds. So sorry, guys. Sorry, my dog needed to go out for his toilet, so he couldn't wait. All right, this was about the XRP. So let's continue to the next token which we want to work. I think about the XRP. The best it can do is just see its all-time high again around $2, unless they can resolve their matters with the court, which so far they've proven that they can't do that. We have to wait and see. I'm not super, you know, positive about the outcome of the court, even though so many people are saying, "Oh, yeah, XRP got all the rights and they're gonna win." But you know, the reality is different. You know, the government has the power, and it's so hard to see if they are going to easily win that. You know, that game. All right, let's move on to the next one. As you ask me to take a look. Oh, that one, Atom. Actually, Atom performed fantastic. I think that was one of the recent one which I actually insisted you guys need to buy. Again, you can see that in a long time. This, sorry, I have to do this. As you can see, this resistance here, it become a little bit hard to break from talking about this bit. So 43 to 47 become a very, very hard resistance to beat. But don't forget that right now, what we can see here is actually look like some sort of reverse head and shoulder, if you want to call it reverse head and shoulder, or whatever you want to call it. So where is the head and shoulder? Yeah, something like this. So for now, what we need really to see it happening is to see the price actually break out of 40, whatever is that? 45, okay. So if it can break this neckline as a 45, and we see the movement something like this, we see the price going up, coming down, and then going up. The previous target I put was around 56, but here things has been changed, and with the new target, we can actually consider the new target as something like this to here, and then turn this up. It's giving us something higher, somewhere close to 67. So for sure, the pattern is bullish. It need to break 44, 45 area. If it can break out of that, stable the price, definitely, at least we're going to see something between 20 to 40% potential to go up in a short time frame. In a longer time frame, it's got much more than that. So I'm very, very bullish on that time. So even if we want to consider this as another movement up, which I think I have calculated here, you can see we consider here as a one wave, and we consider this as a similar wave to go up to 56, 57. But this head and shoulder here is even more impressive and more promising to push the price at least to 67 to $70. So that was about Atom. I'm gonna take a look at one last one, and that's Terra Luna. They've done fantastically well. So that's another good coin, which I want to take a look at it as last. And you can see what has happened with that. Let's remove all the drawing, and here we go. So in the daily, this is probably one of the trends, but if we want to make it a little bit higher, we can see this, something like that. But obviously, this can go as it is. Okay. So this is another one. So the price has been actually moved in between these two. Okay, and another hit on this. So right now it's under the big resistance of here, as you can see, around $80. If it can break out of it, I think very soon the next target can be actually somewhere close to here, around 125. But if it can't break this, which with this situation of the market, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to happen. Maybe a little bit moving down, then going down, then going like this. So this is most likely scenarios is going to happen for Luna. If we take a look at the divergence, I can show you that here right at the bottom shows the some divergence in the daily, which that caused this big candles on a daily yesterday. Today, it wasn't much of a good news. It was like a doji or red for now. So that was it, guys. I don't want to bore you more than this. I think we've done enough for today. I'm so sorry for not being around for a long time. I try to keep you updated more often. Also, just need to give you a bit of update on the Lustcoin before I go. They're supporting us. I'm supporting them. We're working together. Now we have the new utility token of the LVAP on pre-sale. It's a very fantastic features in that token, which taking 3% tax out of every transaction and just distribute it between the holders. So as a holder, you always get good rewards. Don't miss the opportunity with actually referring to this channel. You can get additional 5% discount on the 55% discounted price right now. You can get up to 60% discount on buying LVAP tokens. You just need to email the support at lostcoins.com if you want to use the referral for Aidin TA's group. Apart from that, I think a few of the good projects has been done. Staking's done, and now we have the pre-sale. Right now we're working on the NFT marketplace, which is going to be out soon. A lot of good news happening. I think condition of the market, was obvious for everyone. I don't need to describe about it, even though in all the charts we discussed, it was pretty much obvious the market is not as promising as we expect it to be. But soon we can see the market will turn, and by that time, hopefully, we've done most of our projects in the last, and that's going to turn into the very good positive strength for the project to have a very good rally out. Also, yeah, always listing in new exchanges was in a table, is still on a table, so we keep negotiating, but we need the right time to get into it. no one want to list a token when the market is bearish, or it doesn't, the fear is extreme in the market. The fear level reduced a bit yesterday, but still today is not very good. I think it's around 20. We need more, greed in the market for the time that, we see more sharp movements in the Lustcoin too. Hopefully soon we're going to get that. Stake your tokens if you're a holder. So and don't worry about it. You're going to get the reward by the time you release your stakes in 6 months, in 9 months time. The price should be much, much higher than what it is. Thank you, everyone. Look after yourself and family. Stay safe, especially COVID is, actually so, so hard and taking everyone's down, especially in Australia. The pandemic is going crazy, Try to be safe, stay away from, crowds, and just follow the rules and regulation and ensure yourself and your family is staying safe. All the best. Thank you and see you soon. Catch you later. Bye.